Bella Murray, and I'm here with senior leader Drake Bovey. So Drake, can you tell me about some of the challenges that you have when you're coming up with the outings for the sporting events?
A lot of them are some of them are hard to find stuff for. Like a USA out's awesome. It's always really cool to have that, but it's just hard for some people to find clothing and items like Hawaiian out. That was hard for me this year, especially.
Yeah.
Short notice. But really easy ones are like blackout, white out, all those ones, and that one just was always together and just
for
matching.
Sure. Looks very uniform.
Mm-hmm.
So what has been your favorite outing so far that you've had in your high school experience, or even just this year?
This year especially was probably Hawaiian out. It was just really cool. Everyone had unique and cool costumes. Carson Bovey had a great one. That inflatable suit was funny.
You were wearing a lobster suit, correct?
Yes.
Yes, that was very fun. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Alrighty, thank you guys.
Yep. Tell me what your favorite outing has been so far this year.
My favorite outing has probably been Hawaiian out because there was a lot of people that came up with cool ideas to wear.
And what did you wear on Hawaiian?
I wore a fat suit.
Nice.
Her boat is the GOAT, and then Carson Bovey, what is he in? What is Carson wearing?
I don't know. It's a floatable swimsuit, it looks like.
Here with senior leader Emmy Berg. So Emmy, tell me how it feels to lead the Studi in chants.
I just really like creating that energetic atmosphere in the gym, and I definitely think it could help out the volleyball team at times, and so that's why I enjoy doing it.
For sure. And what's your favorite chant to do that brings the most hype and energy?
The most energetic chant is definitely Little Red Wagon, because when everyone gets involved, it gets pretty loud.
What's your favorite chant that the Studi does?
There's a net there.
There's a net there. Classic. Well,
Yep.
thank you so much for coming down.
No,
today.
thank you.
And what's your favorite chant that we do or have done?
My favorite chant is definitely the Cardinal Coaster. When we do the Cardinal Coaster, it gets the energy going, and it's a lot of fun.
For sure. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for
Blocked there by the Cardinal wall. Angela Hutchworth is going to set it up for Bauer. Bauer's going to put it on the outside for Robinson. And she hammers one home into the heart of the Panthers.
put the
It's good?
It's good. Okay.
All right, we're on. Okay, let's go.
Transition
Hey,
over.
Chloe. Live here in the birdcage game. We're going to try this once again.
Oh my gosh, sound difficulties there. We apologize for that.
Like, we're going to have a WIAA women's sectional final
There we
volleyball
go.
game here tonight. Chippewa Falls Cardinals will be playing the River Falls Wildcats on the road. Cardinals coming into the game 37-2. River Falls falling behind at 30-3. Gabe, this is playoffs, you know, sectional final, go to state or go home tonight. What is the atmosphere in this place, and what are you feeling about tonight's game?
You know, I'm looking across the stands, I'm looking into the student section, and this is the most packed I have seen the birdcage in a long time. This is going to be a great game, and you know, it is vital that we clenched this home court advantage here for the sectional final, because that is going to definitely play in our favor. Now, looking at the matchup here, the time that these teams have squared off against each other. So River Falls in the past 2 sets against Chippewa Falls has won, and in their section, or in the conference final, they actually swept the Cardinals. But you know what they say, third time's a charm, right?
Exactly, and you know, we were both there. We all both went to River Falls
Yep.
in the student section. You know, that game, I think it came down to that first set game.
Yes.
That first set, the Cardinals, they battled. They lost at 25-23, you know, and it kind of just sucked the life out of
Yep.
them for the rest of the game. So, you know, and then on Thursday this week, they went to Wausau East and played Marshfield for the semifinal. They lost that first set, you know, kind of came out a little flat, but they battled back and they won 3-2. So if I was at practice, you know, last night, what are you going through? What are you saying? Like, you know what? Things are going to go back and forth. Obviously, this is a great team. River Falls has been a powerhouse for the last 5 or 6 years.
Right.
So you can't get down. You're going to lose a couple points. You're going to lose maybe a couple sets. So you got to stay positive, and you just got to keep rolling through.
Well, and I bet, you know, that was what they were talking about in practice last night, too, just battling through adversity. You know, they weren't used to that for that conference final, and I think that's why it sucked the life out of them. But then looking at that game against Marshfield, they were able to battle through a lot, and they came back and they pulled through. And so I am really excited to see what they are playing tonight. So we're going to transition over to some ads real quick. We're going to have a quick interview right after the commercial break.
Live back here in the birdcage. We got a live interview down with the head coach of the River Falls Wildcats with our very own Gabe Vargas. Gabe, what do you got down there?
All right, live from down on the floor here at the birdcage, we have head coach Kaylee of the River Falls Wildcats. And so, Coach, you know, going into this sectional final, it's a pretty big and important game. What adversities have we had to come through to get here tonight?
I think just having last year not having a normal season was adversity for all of us. So we're just happy to be playing volleyball, to have a full state tournament. And I think the competition that Chippewa Falls has offered in our conference this season is just really exciting. So we're happy to get to square up against them again and have a good match.
Yeah, and so what have we worked on in practice this week to prepare for the Chi-High Cardinals in this game?
They have very strong pin hitters. So between Sammy and Sophie and Paige on the right side, that's something that we really have to be prepared to defend. We see a lot of teams that are probably more geared toward the middle hitters, and Chi-High is very pin-to-pin. So our block's going to have to get lined up with them, and defensive players just being stopped on contact and ready to pursue balls. They're good hitters. They're going to get kills, so we just have to be able to diffuse that.
All right, awesome. And then finally, one last thing. What do your River Falls Wildcats need to do on their side of the court to come away with a victory tonight?
I think we have to play our game. Like, we've had success. We've won, 6 BRC titles and gone to 5 straight state tournaments. So I think as much as you can be aware and prepared, you still have to play within yourself. Yeah, I think that two good teams squaring off, this is what it's all about. So I'm just excited.
Yeah, me as well. All right, thank you so much for joining us on the floor. We're in position TV.
Thank you, Gabe, and thank you, Coach Kaylee, for that great interview. We're going to step away real quick. We'll take a look at our sponsors. Don't go away. We'll be back here live on Cardinal TV.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, the bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird. The bird's a word. Oh, well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird. Everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner, winner.
Live back here in the Birdcage. We got another court interview with our very own Gabe Vargas with the assistant head coach of the Cardinals, Miss Sakura. Gabe, what do you got down there?
All right, we're live down here on the floor with assistant coach Chelsea Sakura. And so, Coach Sakura, you know, I went to the game on Thursday against Marshfield, and I saw the pregame routines, and, you know, they are looking on fire. On all cylinders already. So what was the game plan? What did you do to prepare for this game?
Same. We worry about the ball on our side of the net. We worry about our process. We make sure that we're taking care of what we know we need to do. We have a game plan of what we want to execute on serving, what we want to execute defending, but it's the same game that we've been playing all year.
Yeah, and so, you know, facing a lot of challenges, of course, you know, with this team, you know, losing 2 games against them, and like we're hoping we're going for a third, right? So what adversities do we have to overcome to get here?
We got to stay mentally tough. Physically, we're there. We're prepared. We're where we need to be. It's that mental piece of athletics that sometimes can get the better of people, and tonight we're going to be mentally strong.
And so finally, what do we have to do to take home that miracle, that third time's a charm victory tonight?
Belief. We got to enjoy the moment. We got to stick to the process. These girls have earned so much this year, and it's not because anything was handed to them. They fought and clawed their way to this point, and they're going to keep doing it here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We're going to transition back up to a quick ad break. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us live on Cardinal TV.
Live back here in the Birdcage. We're just a couple seconds away here from getting our sectional final rolling. We'll take a quick look here at our starting lineups provided by our very own of the Cardinals.
Introducing tonight's starting lineup. First, for the River Falls Wildcats. Senior, wearing number 4, Kay Brett. Junior, wearing number 5, Morgan Kay. Senior, wearing number 6, Bryn Johnson. Senior, wearing number 12, Danny Lee. Senior, wearing number 13, Maddie Derry. Junior, wearing number 14, Taylor Peterson. And the libero for the Wildcats, junior, wearing number 2, Abby Bennett. The head coach of the Wildcats is Ms. Sarah Cade. And now, for your Chi High Cardinals. Junior, wearing number 6, Sammy Pearlman. Sophomore, wearing number 9, Paige Diamond. Junior, wearing number 10, Maddie Bauer. Junior, wearing number 13, Bella Murray. Sophomore, wearing number 17, Maddie Hunt. Sophomore, wearing number 18, Sophie Robinson. And the libero for the Cardinals, senior, wearing number 7, Ella Huxler. The head coach of the Chi High Cardinals, Mr. Luke Heike.
All right, Gabe, here we go.
Going off to the net, waving at each other, wishing each other a good game, and man, it is going to be a good one. And so before we look into this game, why don't we take a look at the bracket a little bit and where these teams are seeded. And so this is your number 1 and number 2 seed. This is a vital game. This is going to be a battle. You know, looking at the games before then, Chippewa on their way here. They had a bye in their first week. In the second week, they defeated number 7 Hudson, and then they defeated number 3 Marshfield all the way up to the sectional final.
Exactly. That 5-setter last Thursday was just an incredible game.
Yep.
And River Falls, obviously the powerhouse, coming in the number 1 seed at the top of the bracket, sweeping every team on the way here to the Birdcage tonight. On the opposite side of the bracket, Appleton North, the 1 seed, they've swept all their way to their sectional final, playing the number 2 seed Kimberly at the bottom of the bracket. They're playing in Quanah tonight as we get started here in our sectional final. Robertson going to put it up for Robinson. She just taps it over, digged up there by the Wildcats. And number 6 sends one long. That was Bryn Johnson of the Wildcats, and the Cardinals, they're going to grab the first point here tonight.
And looking at them right now, they're having fun. I see no nerves like I usually do. They're having fun. They're having excited. They're ready for this game.
Steinmetz back to serve. And she sends one long. And the net, she kept an eye on that one and saw it go over 1-1 our score.
Number 4 behind the line for the Wildcats, Haley Gretz.
Back to serve. Put up Steinmetz. She's going to send it up back there for Robinson. Blocked there by the Wildcats, trying to send one home. Saved there by Gretz. Put on the outside for the Wildcats, trying to send one home. And Hutzler tries to grab one there. Comes off her hands into the student section. And Wildcats lead here 2-1 in the beginning stages of our first set.
Gretz behind the line yet again, serving for this River Falls team.
And back to serve. Into the hands of Pearlberg. Bauer, she's going to step on the inside for Hunt. Tries to tap it over, save there. But on the outside, and the Cardinals, they're going to try to block it there. It's going to fall out of bounds. That was Hunt and Robinson over there.
Trying to make that stop. You know, now we're facing a bit of a 2-point deficit here, but it's early in the game. Anything can happen. The Cardinals just got to keep holding their heads up high here.
Gretz again back to serve. 3-1 our score there into the hands of Pearlberg. Bauer, she's going to set up on the outside for Robinson. And that's going to come off the Wildcats' hands.
Whoop, there it is. Mrs. Robinson, the girl from Indiana on that kill. Man, she has been, again, one of that big three power trio there.
And it's great to see the big three back in the starting lineup for the Cardinals.
They're looking good. They're looking good.
Robinson, she's back to serve. Into the hands of Libero. Saved up. They're going to tap it over. Saved there by Steinmetz. Bauer's going to set up on the outside for Pearlberg. And that's going to drop. Pearlberg, she's going to grab a point for the Cards.
The Riverboat back in town doing her usual thing. Sammy the Riverboat Pearlberg leading your conference in kills with 308 kills at the top of the conference.
Cardinals, they tied it up here 3-3. Robinson again back to serve. He's going to set up there on the outside, try to tap it over, and
point awarded to the River Falls Wildcats there.
Looks like a net violation on the Cardinals.
Cardinals making a substitution. Number 18, Sophie Robinson coming off, and number 4, Isabel Esslinger, old and reliable, the 3-year veteran coming in for the Cardinals.
Manette back to serve for the Wildcats.
A little bit of a misunderstanding down there.
I don't know what happened. Ref trying to calm everybody down there. There, now she gets a signal. Abby again back to serve. The junior. Almost up into the Raptors. Hutzler's going to put it up there for Pearlberg. And she finds a lane.
She finds the hole. She's doing what she does best. The Riverboat just adding to her all-time kill stat line.
Great job as she ties it up there 4-4.
Looks like number 5 behind the line for the Cardinals, the senior Adelaide Hoshin. She is brand new to the school this year, coming in from Regis. You know,
she's been an asset to this Cardinal team, you know.
She has been.
And that's going to hit the line. Adelaide, she's going to grab an ace for the Cardinals, the first ace of the game tonight, 5-4 in favor of the Cards.
Let's see if number 5 here can do it again. Adelaide going up and serving the ball over.
Into the hands of the Wildcats. Here's going to put it on the outside. Tries to go cross court and nobody home for the Cards. Great job there by the Wildcats finding the open lanes. They're going to tie it up here 5-5.
Looks like number 17, number 17 and number 5 are coming off for the Cardinals, and Ella Hutzler's coming in substituting in for them.
Back to serve, and Hutzler can't dig it out, and the Wildcats, they're going to grab an ace. That was number 13, Maddie Derry of the Wildcats, as they grab the lead here 6-5. Tis the net dug out there by Steinmetz, put on the outside for Pearlberg. That's coming up in its hands. And the Cardinals are going to tie it up here 6-6.
Man, the Riverboat is just doing what she does best. They better watch out because the Riverboat is coming to town. And now we have number 10 behind the line, Maddie the Magician Bauer, serving in for these Cardinals.
Bauer again back to serve. In the hands of the Wildcats. She's going to set it up there on the outside. Tries to do a sneak attack, saved there by Steinmetz. Steinmetz tries to hammer it home, saved there by the Wildcats. Hutzler puts it up for Bauer. Bauer's going to put it on the outside for Pearlberg. And that's out.
Wow.
Oh, net violation.
Point for the Cardinals there. And, man, just looking at those Cardinals, look at the velocity that they have already tonight. Man, Paige Steinmetz and the Riverboat, they are just missiling balls over that net tonight.
Kaylee got caught in the net on that play. And, tried to be dug out there by Gretz, and that's going to fall. An ace there for Bauer. Cardinals, they got a 2-point lead here, 8-6.
You know, it's those silly mistakes that you just can't be making. And River Falls doesn't make a whole lot of them, so it's kind of interesting.
They're very assignment sound. Up there into the rafters of the gym. Saved there at the free ball it over into the hands of Esslinger. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Steinmetz. And she hammers one home. She's going to get caught in the net, though. It's going to be a point for the Wildcats. Man, that was a great kill there.
That was.
Bet she got caught in the net.
Number 12 behind the line, serving for the Wildcats, Danny Lean. Looks like there's going to be a double hit call on the Cardinals. Tied up 8-8.
Number 12 again, back to serve, Annie Lean. And that's going to be a carry on Hutzler. Esslinger, she's going to put up Bauer's, going to put on the outside for Steinmetz. Blocked, put up again by Steinmetz. They're going to try it again on the outside for Perlberg, try to be tapped over. And Bella Murray crossed the line.
And just like that, the score is going back and forth here. Pretty intense game to be proven already here between the Wildcats and the Cardinals.
Wildcats on a 4-point run here into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up there on the outside for Steinmetz. Tries to do a sneak attack, and it's going to work. Great job by Steinmetz there on the outside, grabbing a point for the Cardinals.
Caught them by the element of surprise. Their go-to is that velocity kill, but sometimes you just got to catch them off guard and catch them by surprise there.
Take a bird's eye replay at that. She's going to put it up there on the outside for Steinmetz. Tries to do a sneak attack, and it's going to work. Great job. As we come back to live play, it's going to be 4 hits by the Wildcats, and the Cards are going to tie it up here 10-10.
Number 6, the Riverboat, is behind the line serving for the Cardinals. And it looks like the student section is chanting, there's a net there, getting in the heads of the River Falls team.
Kaylee puts it on the outside for Gretz, and she hammers one home into the Cardinal defense. That one had some heat on it. Cardinals wanting nothing to do with that tonight. 11-10.
Number 14 behind the line of this River Falls squad, serving the junior, number 11, number 14, Taylor Peterson.
And that's going to hit the line. Great serve there by Peterson. She's going to grab an ace for the Wildcats. 12-10 in favor of River Falls. Again, Peterson back to serve. And she finds the net. And the Cardinals are going to grab a point 12-11.
And it looks like number 13, Bella Murray's coming off, and number 17, Maddie Hunt, is coming on for her. And it looks like number 7, old and reliable, Ella Hutzler behind the line to serve.
And in the hands of the Wildcats. Kayla's going to put it up for Gritz there on the inside. And she hammers one home.
Man.
13-11.
That 6-foot powerhouse right there. Man,
unbelievable.
She is just missiling balls over that net.
Kaylee back to serve for the Wildcats in the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, she's going to set it up there for Steinmetz on the outside. The block there by the Wildcats. It's going to hit the line. Wildcats obviously have got some height on this team with 3 6-foot players in that front line, which is just incredible for high school volleyball. That's dug out there by Perlberg. It's going to set up there on the outside, saved there by Bauer. Hutzler's going to put it up in the back, and Bauer's just going to have to send it over. And in the hands of Gritz, Kaylee, she's going to put it up there on the outside. Blocked there, saved by, and a lift called on the Cardinals. The Wildcats are going to grab a point here, 15-11.
You know, this is now a 4-point game, and if you look down off to your right, you can see the River Falls football squad coming in to support their gals.
Robinson trying to end the streak, but blocked again by the Wildcats.
Cardinals are now facing a 5-point deficit. They're taking a quick timeout to talk about it. Don't go anywhere. We're going to transition quick over to an ad break. Thank you for joining us live on Cardinal TV.
Live back here in the birdcage. Got a little bit of a tight game here. 16-11 our score in the birdcage as Kaylee back to serve for the Wildcats. Missed the net, but saved by Steinmetz. Bowers is going to put it on the outside for Robinson. Trying to end the run, and she does.
Again, that velocity that we've been talking about all night. Sophie misses Robinson, the gal from Indiana, just missling one over the net again. It looks like number 9 behind the line for your Chi-High Cardinals, Paige Steinmetz, serving the ball over.
Steinmetz into the hands of the Wildcats. Kay's going to put up there on the inside. Trying to be blocked there by Hunt. She's going to put it up for Robinson. The sneak attack doesn't work. Blocked by the Wildcats. Trying again. And it's going to be out, and the Wildcats are going to grab a point.
17-12, the River Falls Wildcats, a 5-point game here. Entrusting the ball to number 4, Haley Gretz, the senior.
Gretz back to serve. Dug out in the back row by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it on the outside for Robinson. And away long for that attempt, 18-12.
A little bit too much mustard on that one. And giving the ball back over to the Wildcats. Number 4 behind the line again, Haley Gretz serving the ball in for this squad.
Cardinals looking for a little bit of an energy, and they might grab it there as Gretz finds the net. Still 18-13 here in the birdcage as Robinson back to serve for the Cardinals. Looking to grab a little bit of a run here. Cardinals needing a little bit of life to get back in this game, down 5 points. Getting back to serve into the hands of the Wildcats. Kaylee, she's going to put it up there on the outside. Tapped over into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up on the back for Robinson. And
again, just a little bit too much mustard there.
She goes long on her attempt.
Cardinals making a substitution. Number 4, old and reliable, Isabel Esslinger coming on for the Cards. Number 2 behind the line, Abby Bennett serving for the Wildcats.
19-13 our score. Dug out by Steinmetz, goes back over. Kaylee's going to put it up for Bennett. She's going to put it on the outside for the Wildcats, trying to go cross court. Right, and then Bauer taps it back over for the Cardinals. Having a point there.
And that's the magic we're looking for. Maddie the Magician Bauer always pulling out those tricks out of her back pocket and constantly catching teams by surprise.
Number 5, Adelaide Hoshin back to serve for the Cardinals. Looking to grab a little bit of a magic here. And Gris tries to dig it out, and she grabs another ace tonight. That's her second one of the night.
The lady is on fire. Number 5, Adelaide Hoshin, already 2 aces in the first set.
19-15 our score. She tries to go long, saved there by Bauer. Haley tries to put it up, saved there by Hoshin. Bauer, she's going to put it up there on the outside. Double hit called on the Cardinals. And the Wildcats are going to be the first to reach 20 tonight, 20-15.
Still a 5-point game. Anything can happen here. Number 13 behind the line for the River Falls Wildcats, Maddie Derry serving.
Into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer tries to do a sneak attack, and that's going to work.
I'm telling you, she's a magician. Some of the things that she is able to do, her court awareness, man, constantly pulling tricks out of her sleeve and constantly catching teams by surprise. Man, it is so fun to watch.
Bauer, she's entrusted with the ball, back to serve for the Cards. 20-16 our score. Dug out there in the back row by the Wildcats. Kaylee's going to put it up for Grizz. She taps it over into the hands of Hutzler. As Bauer crosses the center line. That's going to be a point for the Wildcats. 21-16 our score. Goes back to serve, and in the hands of Esslinger. Bauer, she's going to put on the outside for Steinmetz. Going off the hands, saved there by the Wildcats. Kaylee's going to put it on the outside for Grizz. And point for the Cardinals as her kill attempt a little low. It's going to find the net.
Goes right into that brick wall of the Cardinal defense. Number 6, the Riverboat behind the line, serving in for your Chi-High Cardinals.
21-17 our score as Proberg back to serve. Dug out there in the back row. Kaylee Chaz does a sneak attack of her own.
Taking one out of the Bauer book of magic tricks. Now number 14 behind the line for the River Falls Wildcats, Taylor Peterson serving the ball in now.
Peterson back to serve. Dug out by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Robinson. Has to tap it over. Saved there by the Wildcats. Kaylee, she's going to put it up there. Saved again by Perlberg. Bauer's going to put it on the outside for Steinmetz. And a tip coming off the Wildcats. It's going to be a point for the Cardinals.
Cardinals starting to close that gap here. Will they be able to do something? And it looks like number 7 behind the line, the veteran, Ella Hutzler, serving in for this Cardinal squad. Looks like there's some discussion down on the court there.
A little substitution. Cardinals got 7 players out on the court right now. As Murray's going to take another seat back on the bench there.
And
Ella Hutzler back to serve for the Cardinals. Looking to close the gap. She serves it over into the hands of the Wildcats. Gritz is going to put it up there for Gritz. Just tapped over, saved there by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it on the outside for Robinson. Blocked there by the Wildcat wall. Put on there on the inside for Hunt, and she's going to find a hole.
Cardinals closing the gap there. You know, Maddie Hunt, a valuable asset. They're not expecting it. That left-handed kill there. You know, again, another one of those things where they're constantly catching teams by surprise.
Hutzler again back to serve. 22-19 our score here in the birdcage. Dug out in the back row by the Wildcats. Kid's going to put up for Gritz. Trying to hammer one home. Dug up there by Bauer. It's going to hit the rafter and drop.
Man, just watching the velocity behind Gritz's kills, man. They are just crazy.
She's got some power. Kelly back to serve for the Wildcats. Dug out there. Bauer dives and saves it. Robinson puts it over, tries to go cross court. Blocked there by the Cardinals. As Bauer tries to reach it, she can't grab it in time. And the Wildcats are going to have a set point here.
The River Falls student section holding up 1 point.
Kelly back to serve into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put on the outside for Robinson, trying to end the run. Saved again by the Wildcats. Gritz is going to try to end the set, and she can't handle it.
Gets caught up in the net a little bit there, and now the ball's going to be entrusted with number 9, the sophomore, Paige Steinmetz.
Steinmetz going to have to serve out here to win the set. And that's going to hit the line.
River Falls shaking their head about that, not happy with that call.
Danny Lean did not like the call there, but it's going to be a point for the Cardinals either way. As Steinmetz again back to serve, looking for another ace. Trying to end the set, but blocked by the Cardinal wall.
And the Cards are making a comeback now. Only a 2-point deficit that they face. Number 9 behind the line for the Cardinals. Paige Steinmetz yet again entrusted to serve the ball over.
Steinmetz back to serve, and she goes long. And the Wildcats are going to grab the first set, 25-22.
A little bit too much velocity there, unfortunately. But Landon, you know, watching that first set, Chippewa still has a lot of life left in them. And, I mean, there were some silly mistakes, but looking at it, they are firing on all cylinders, and I foresee this game being a 5-set game.
They're going to have to come back with a little bit of energy. And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back here live on Cardinal TV. Live back here in the birdcage. We got a student interview down with our very own Gabe Vargas. Looks like the ESPN analyst table. Gabe, what do you got down there?
Welcome down to the floor of the birdcage here. I'm with the student section, and we got an ESPN analyst table here. We got Trevor Bovee, Carson Reed, Isaac Benish, and Gavin Goodman giving a sneak peek look into the game. And so I'm going to pass the mic over to them, and they're going to give us an opinion of what they've been seeing in this game so far.
Honestly, I think it's going pretty good so far. We had a nice battle between River Falls there, but ESPN reporters aren't supposed to be biased, but I think we're winning this next set.
They got the momentum right now, but I think it's going to swing back our way. A few good blocks is going to change the momentum in this game.
I think that was a really close set. It's just them little points that Chippewa needs to clean up, and they got that set easy.
What we need here is a little more enthusiasm and a little more cheering here from the Cardinals student section.
All right, and you heard it right here from the professionals. We're going to take it back up to Landon for live gameplay. Thank you for joining me down here on the floor of the birdcage, live on Cardinal TV.
Thank you, Gabe. As we're going to come back here to live play. If you're just tuning in, the River Falls Wildcats won the first set 25-22 in a close set there. The Cardinals battled back, but it just wasn't enough as Steinmetz threw one long on her serve. As we get back here, Burlberg to serve into the hands of the Wildcats. Kelly, she's going to put it on the outside. Blocked there by the Cardinals. Bauer, she's going to put it down the outside for Robinson. Looking for the first point, and it's going to be out. Wildcats grabbing the first point here. 1-0 at the beginning stages of our first set. Haley back to serve for the Wildcats. Dug out by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Steinmetz on the outside off the fingertips into the hands of the Wildcats. This tries the sneak attack, and that's going to fall. Great heads-up play there by Gritz of the Wildcats. Haley again back to serve. Hits the net, dug out there by Hutzler. She's going to have to send it over back into the hands of the Wildcats. Put up there on the tap back over by the Cardinals. There's a send one over, and that's going to go into the bleachers off the hands of Hutzler.
You know, and watching the River Falls and the River Falls squad and their serves, they find the perfect little spot every single time. They're just barely, they're hitting it over the net, but it's just barely skimming the net and hitting no man's land on the Cardinal side. They have just been on fire with their serves.
They got there by Robinson. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Steinmetz on the outside, trying to end the run. Saved there by the Wildcats. We're going to have to free ball it over into the hands of Proberg. Bauer, she's going to set up on the outside for Robinson. And they're going to grab a point for themselves, 3-1.
Cardinals finally picking up a point there. Substitutions being made on the Cardinals side. Number 7 behind the line, Ella Hutzler, the 4-year veteran, entrusted in serving the ball over for the Cardinals tonight.
3-1 our score in the birdcage. Hutzler sends one over into the hands of the River. And dug out there by Proberg. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Steinmetz, and she hammers one home. Great power there by Steinmetz.
Peek-a-boo. Steinmetz came charging through. Number 7 behind the line again for the Cardinals. Ella Hutzler taking in this serve.
Hutzler to serve it over into the hands of the Wildcats. At the tap went over, and that's going to hit the line.
Cardinals a little frustrated about that call there. Thought it was going out. Refs say that it's in. 2-4 Wildcats. Number 4 behind the line, the powerhouse for River Falls, Haley Gretz, serving in for this squad.
Gretz, the 6-foot senior, serving it over for the Wildcats. Bauer's going to put it up for Steinmetz, and that's going to drop. Great recovery there by Bauer as he chased it down and put it up for Steinmetz to get the kill. She's going to grab an assist there.
Now a 1-point game. Steinmetz behind the line, serving in for the Chi-High Cardinals.
Steinmetz back to serve in the hands of the Wildcats. Robinson trying to end it, and she does as it comes off the hands of, I think, number 6, really Johnson. Yes.
Yep.
Bryn Johnson of the Wildcats.
Steinmetz behind the line yet again to serve in for the Cardinals.
Tied up here 4-4. Kelly, she's going to put up there on the inside. Block alone by Maddie Hunt. Doing it herself.
And the Cardinals are back on top of the leaderboard, 5-4, your Chi-High Cardinals. Number 9 behind the line yet again, Paige Steinmetz. Serving.
And the Wildcats are going to take a timeout, and we're going to take one as well. Don't go away. We'll be live back here on Cardinal TV.
Coming back live at the Birdcage here. And so a quick message before we start the game. We're at 130 viewers right now, but it looks like only 93% of you, or all of 93% of you are not subscribed. And so you guys need to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you guys are notified by every time we upload and have a live stream.
As we take a look there, almost blocked there by the Cardinals, but it's going to fall out of bounds as the Wildcats grab a point there and tie it up 5-5.
Number 2 behind the line serving in for the River Falls Wildcats, Abby Bennett.
Bennett, she finds the net on that serve, and the Cardinals grab a point there, 6-5.
That was a good one, Landon. Bennett finds the net.
Robinson back to serve for the Cardinals. 6-5 our score. Dug out in the back row by Gritz. He's going to put it on the outside. Saved there by Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put up there for Perlberg. But blocked by the Wildcat wall. They tie it up 6-6.
And it looks like the Cardinals are making a substitution there. Number 4, Isabel Esslinger, the reliable veteran senior coming in for that squad. Number 13 behind the line for the River Falls Wildcats, Maddie Derry serving it in now.
Into the hands of Steinmetz. Saved there by Perlberg. They're going to have to free ball it over. She tries a sneak attack, digged out there by by Esslinger. And Perlberg ends the volley, 7-6.
You know, they have Maddie Bauer on their team who does that all the time. They are used to those little sneak attack hits, and they were ready for it.
And we're going to take a quick at our bird's eye replay at that. She tries a sneak attack, digged out there by by Esslinger. And Perlberg. And nothing happens there without that great dig by Esslinger, as you just saw. Unbelievable. And Perlberg stuffs one in the Wildcats' face.
8-6, your Chi-High Cardinals. Number 5 behind the line, the ace queen, Adelaide the Lady Hoshin.
Hoshin back to serve. Into the hands of the Wildcats. He's going to put it there on the outside, trying to go cross court. And it's going to be a point for the Wildcats as they can't come off the hands of which looked like Perlberg there on the outside.
Number 14, Taylor Peterson getting the kill there, sprinting across the court. That was pure athleticism right there. That was pretty impressive to watch.
Lean back to serve for the Wildcats. Into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer saves it, puts it up there for Robinson. Saved again by the Wildcats. Kaylee's going to put it up there. Into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put up on the outside for Perlberg. Saved there. Kaylee's going to put it on the outside for Gritz, trying to hammer one home. But blocked there by the Cardinals. And Bella Murray, little sneak there.
Bella Murray, a.k.a. Superman, giving him a little sneak attack there. Superman, her nickname, because she always shows off the gun show after every time she does something awesome.
Great heads-up play there by Murray. He's going to grab the Cardinals a point here, 9-7. Bauer serves a hard one over into the Wildcat side of the court. Dug out again by Bauer. Hutzler's going to put it up there on the outside for Steinmetz. Saved there by the Wildcats. Pull it back over. He's got the free ball it over. Steinmetz puts it up. Bauer sets it up there on the outside for Perlberg. Dug out again by the Wildcats. Put up there for Gritz on the outside. But but somehow miraculously put back over by the Wildcats. That's going to drop.
Wow, that was impressive by the Wildcats there. They did a little bit of pinball there, it seemed to look like.
Bennett put it back over for the Wildcats on the pinball action there.
Yep.
Grabbing themselves a point. Cats put it over into the hands of Hutzler. He's going to set up there on the outside for Steinmetz. And that's going to drop. Miscommunication there by the Wildcats.
Your Cardinals on top of the leaderboard by 2 points, 10-8, and it looks like River Falls is making a substitution. Number 2 coming on for the River Falls Wildcats, Abby Bennett.
Perlberg back to serve. And that's coming off number 6, Johnson's forearms.
A little bit.
Cardinals with a 3-point lead here, 11-8.
A little bit of ace action there by the Riverboat Perlberg there. Going back behind the line yet again to serve it in for these Cardinals.
Perlberg back to serve. Dugout in the back row. And that's going to drop. Coming off the hands of Lean there in the back row of the Wildcats. A little bit of a mistake there. And the Cardinals with a 4-point lead here in their second set.
Looking good. They're looking good. And, you know, River Falls is making a few little mistakes there that might prove costly.
He's going to put up there on the outside. And Johnson ends the Cardinal run there, 12-9.
You know, and every time, you know, I say something, right, they come charging through. Bryn Johnson there with just a phenomenal kill approach there.
Gilly back to serve, and in the hands of Robinson. Bowers, he's going to put it up there for Robinson on the outside, blocked there by the Wildcats. Bowers sets one up for Steinmetz, and she hammers one home, finds the lane in the Wildcat defense.
Wow, Steinmetz is hot tonight. She has just been missiling balls over the net and been finding victory all of the time.
Number 7, Ella Hutzler back to serve for the Cardinals. Dugout in the back row by the Wildcats. Into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, she's going to set one up there on the outside for Robinson. And that's going to drop coming off the Wildcat wall. Number 6, Bryn Johnson can't get to it in time, trying to chase it down.
5-point game now. Hutzler entrusted with the serve. Serving it in now for the...
And that's going to drop an ace for Hutzler. Cardinals with all the momentum right now. 15-9 our score.
Bauer's little brother passing it into her to put that ball back into play.
Hutzler again back to serve. Dugout in the back row by the Wildcats. Was trying to end the run, but blocked by the Cardinals. They're going to try it on that outside. The sneak attack's going to work for the Wildcats.
The Wildcats making a point gain there. Number 4 behind the line now serving for the Wildcats, Haley Gretz.
Ellie Gretz back to serve for the Wildcats. Into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, she's going to set one up for Steinmetz. Saved by Gretz. He's going to pull one there on the outside. And that's going to come off Perlberg's forearms over there into the bleachers. That one had some heat on it. Wildcats closing the lead a little bit here, 15-11. Gretz again back to serve for the Wildcats. She sends one over into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, she's going to set there on the inside for Hunt, and she hammers one home. That was Bennett trying to get to it. She just can't reach it.
That left-handed surprise catches teams all of the time. Maddie Hunt, she's got hops.
Let's take a look at our bird's eye replay of the lefty. She sends one over into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, she's going to set there on the inside for Hunt, and she hammers one home. Back to live play here. And number 6, Johnson, sends one in the Cardinals' direction. They're going to grab a point. 16-12 here in our second set.
Number 2 behind the line serving in for the Wildcats, Abby Bennett.
Bennett to serve into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer chases it down and saves it. Cardinals regroup, and that's going to be hit the line. And the Wildcats are going to grab a point there.
Great hit by number 12, Danny Lean, the senior.
Abby Bennett back again to serve for the Wildcats. And that one went long. 17-13 our score.
A little bit too much mustard on that one, giving the ball over to the Cardinals. Number 18, the gal from Indiana, Sophie Robinson, entrusted with the ball to serve it over back into play.
Robinson again back to serve. Into the hands of the Wildcats. He puts it up there. The sneak attack is going to work for the Wildcats. That was number 14, Taylor Peterson. A little bit of magic there on the Wildcats side.
Number 13 behind the line for the Wildcats, serving it in now, Maddie Derry, the senior.
Derry again back to serve. Into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put up there on the back for Perlberg, and that's going to hit the line. The call there by the ref, the entire River Falls parent section going nuts over that call.
Pretty unhappy with the call. The officials are deliberating on that one. And it looks like...
Oh, and they're going to have a little bit of a conference here discussing the point. And it's going to be a point for the Cardinals. Number 2, Addie Bennett really pleading her case there to the ref after that point.
The River Falls side not happy with that call. As you can see, number 5, Morgan Cayley, is talking with the official. Cayley now talking to head coach Morgan Cayley, daughter, now talking to mother, head coach Sarah Cayley there.
And they're still going back and forth here.
Coach Luke.
I don't know if they can change anything.
No, once you make a call, you can't really, Coach Luke Heike is trying to, I can see him down there trying to get it to wrap up so we can play some more volleyball. That's the thing, when the ref makes a call, you can't undo a call.
And you can't, and Kaylee again going back to the ref.
Been about a minute of back and forth action.
Still going
here.
back. And
wow.
And she just got a yellow card. Coming there from the bench.
Coach Sarah Cayley unhappy with that call, fighting with the ref, and the crowd is just going wild.
The Jai High student section barking back and forth. And you just saw the momentum really flip there to the Cardinals.
Man.
Everybody upset going back and forth as Hoshin gets tries the sneak attack, saved there by a little bit of back and forth here. Perlberg trying to end the point. Kelly's going to put it up there on the outside. And number 14 hammers it home, Taylor Peterson.
A lot of energy coming off of that River Falls side there.
Great spot there by Peterson. She found the spot in the Cardinals weren't. And number 12, Danny Lean, back to serve for the Wildcats. 18-15 our score here in the birdcage. Bauer's going to put it up there for Perlberg. He's going to put it there on the outside. Blocked there by Bella Murray. They're going to try it again on the outside. And that's going to find the corner. Steinmetz can't reach it.
And man, oh man, it's now a 2-point game here, but can we talk about the atmosphere in here? It is just electrifying. I haven't heard it this loud in ages.
Number 12, again, lean back to serve. Dug out by Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Robinson. And that's going to drop. Cardinals grabbing a point here, 19-16.
Cardinals are firing on all cylinders, looking good, looking like they're making a substitution there. Number 4, Isabel Esslinger coming on, and number 10, Maddie the Magician Bauer, entrusted to serve that ball over into play.
Bauer again back to serve. Dug out in the back row by Lean. She tries the sneak attack, and that's going to drop.
19-17. Cardinals still lead, but it's a 2-point game. Wildcats clawing back at them. Number 14 behind the line, Taylor Peterson, entrusted with the ball and serving it over.
Peterson getting back to serve, and that's going to be long. Great eye there by Esslinger. She let it fly by. Cardinals 20-17 our score.
You know, one good thing about hitting the ball over that line is that means you're hitting the weight room, right?
Exactly. I mean, if I'm the Cardinals right now, Gabe, you know, you got to come out with this set right now. You got the momentum. You know, you're down a set already. You got to come together. You got to settle things down. Obviously, the energy is just really high right now, and you got to come back and you got to pull this set together.
Yes, this will be vital for them to win. And you know, it's a 2-point game right now. Anything can happen, and these two teams are just battling it out right now. Fun to see. Number 5 now behind the line, Morgan Cayley serving it in for the Wildcats.
Into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put up there on the outside for Robinson. And it's going to be out and hit the antenna. And the Wildcats get within 1 here in the birdcage. Again, back to serve. Hutzler takes it. Bauer, she's going to put up there for Steinmetz. Blocked there by the Wildcats. She's going to put up there on the outside. The block there by Robinson. They're going to try it again. Blocked again. Hutzler's going to put it up there for Robinson, trying to end the set, and that's going to fall. 21-19.
What a volley back and forth there, and Chippewa coming out of it victorious. Number 7 going behind the line again, the 4-year vet, Ella Hutzler, entrusted to serve the ball.
Quick look at our bird's eye replay. Hutzler's going to put it up there for Robinson, trying to end the set, and that's going to fall. Live back. Just come back again, blocked there by the Cardinals. They're going to try it again on the outside. The sneak attack is going to drop once again. Wildcats really getting their points with the sneak attack tonight. Cardinals playing it back because, you know, the Wildcats have got that power, and it's just been dropping all night for the Wildcats.
You know, if I were those Cardinals, I'd be watching those sneak attacks a little more closely going into the huddle after this set. That would be something I'd talk about.
And Hunt sends one long, and the Wildcats tie it up here 21-21.
Gretz serving it over. Serves it out, resulting in a Cardinal point.
22-21.
Man, this is getting intense.
This is coming down to the wire. The serve. He's going to put it up there, and they're at the save there by Steinmetz. Bauer tries to tap it over, blocked there by the Wildcats. Hutzler's going to put it up. They're going to have to free ball it over. Robinson puts it over into the hands of the Wildcats. Going to put it up there on the outside. Save there. Bauer goes over to the scorer's table and saves it. They have to free ball it over. They're going to try to end the point here, but saved there by the Cardinals. Put up there on the outside. Blocked again by the Cardinals. Got the free ball it over, dug out there by Steinmetz. Bauer, they're going to set it up there on the outside, looking to end the point. Saved there by the Wildcats. Dug out by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Robinson. And that's going to drop. The Cardinals grab a point. 23-21 is our score. What a volley there by both teams.
Oh my goodness gracious, pudding and pie. What did I just watch? That was awesome.
And the Wildcats are going to take a timeout here. And so are we. We'll step away real quick. Don't go anywhere, live on Cardinal TV.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird. The bird's a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a word. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, the bird is a word. Well, a bird, bird. The bird's a word. Well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a word. Well, a bird. The bird's a bird with it. Well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Live back here in the birdcage. We got a tight second set here. The Cardinals up 23-21. Really looking to end it.
Number behind the line for the Cardinals, Paige Steinmetz entrusted to serve this ball over.
Getting sorted out here.
The officials deliberating. See what's going on here. Got the thumbs up.
As Steinmetz, she gets the signal, and we're off here out of the timeout. She sends one over, and that's going to be long.
Again, a little bit too much mustard on that one. 23-22 Cardinals, a 1-point game. This is getting pretty intense here. Number 2 behind the line serving for the Wildcats, Abby Bennett, has a deadly serve. Let's see what the Cardinals can do here.
Into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, they're going to set it up there for Robinson. And that's going to drop! Great spot there by Robinson.
24-22, your Chi-High Cardinals. That this is the set point. Number 18 behind the line, Sophie Robinson. The Cardinals could take this one.
Robinson back to serve. 24-22, set point for the Cardinals. Saved there by the Wildcats. They're going to put it up there on the outside. Blocked by the Cardinal wall! And they're going to grab the second set here tonight, 25-22. What a set by both teams.
Holy smoking Toledos. What an electric game tonight. Probably not a better game in the state going on right now. We're going to take a quick break and transition over to our ad sponsors that make this possible. Again, thank you so much for joining us live on Cardinal TV.
Live back here in the Birdcage. If you're just joining us, we tied up sets 1-1. We got a student interview down with our very own Gabe Vargas. Gabe, what do you got down there?
All right, live down from the floor at the Birdcage. After that second set victory with the Cardinals, we're going to get over to our ESPN student analysts here, Gavin Goodman, Isaac Benish, Karsten Reed, and Trevor Bobie. And so, guys, what contributed to their success in this?
You know, the Cardinals kept their cool in the second set, and that's what overcame their the powerhouse River Falls Wildcat team.
Lost momentum at the start of that set, but gained it back really quick. They also cleaned up their little mistakes like the net violations and kept them to a minimum. Good to see.
I think a couple big blocks shifted momentum in this game. And I think the student section is giving a lot of energy that we haven't seen before.
Going off of what Carson said, the energy was immaculate that quarter. And I feel like the team was just playing super well. Not to be biased, but I'm really feeling another dub here, so hopefully we can get it done.
All right, thank you so much from ESPN. We're transitioning. Thank you so much for joining us on the floor live from Cardinal TV.
Thank you, Gabe. As we come back here, if you're just tuning in, the Cardinals taking our second set, 25-19, I believe, or 22, sorry. And they're going to grab the first point here, 1-0. Back to serve into the hands of the Wildcats. They're going to set it there on the outside. Dug out there by Steinmetz. Going to put it up there for Robinson. Saved there by the Wildcats. Saved there by Perlberg. They're going to put up there again for Robinson. And long point there for the Cardinals. They're going to say tip by the Wildcats. It was great to have Gabe back up here. How's that student interview down there? How's the ESPN table looking?
Oh, my gosh. They're having a hoot of a time. If you look at them down there, they're passing around the pumpkin head around. We got our ESPN student analysts down there really doing a good job at, getting the student section riled up and informing them about the game.
As you just saw there, Steinmetz found the net on her serve, 2-1 our score. The Cardinals have been doing a pretty good job of that, keeping their serve and not having too many service errors tonight. So I think that has really contributed to their second set win as Steinmetz throws one down in the Wildcats' face, 3-1.
Oh, my goodness gracious, pudding and pie. The velocity behind her spikes. I'm at a loss for words, Landon.
Robinson back to serve for the Cardinals, 3-1 in the birdcage. Dug out there by the Wildcats. Kay's going to put up there on the outside. Finds a leak in the Cardinal wall. That was Perlberg and Hunt trying to stop it.
Substitution for the Cardinals. Number 17, Maddie Hunt coming on in. Number 2, Abby Bennett serving in for these Wildcats here.
Dug out there by Steinmetz. Going to go back over the net. They're going to set it up there. Blocked there by Hunt. Bowers is going to put it up there on the outside. And Hutzler can't dig it out. As they tie it up here 3-3.
Even early in the beginning stages of this third set, the atmosphere is intense. This is going to be a good one.
Abby again back to serve into the hands of Steinmetz. And Hunt throws one down on the outside. Not usually what she's known for. She's normally that inside threat, but she's throwing it out on the outside tonight.
And that dangerous left hand, again, nobody expects it coming out from her. She jumps up, leads with her right, and comes around with her left, always catching them with that element of surprise there. Number 5 behind the line, Adelaide the Lady Hoshin, serving in for the Cardinals.
Dug out there by the Wildcats. Kay's going to put up there on the outside. A block there by Perlberg. And the Wildcats somehow get it back over the net. And Maddie's going to cross the center line. And the Wildcats are going to grab the point, and they tie it up 4-4.
Number 13 behind the line, serving in for the Wildcats, Maddie Derry.
What a play there by number 4, Haley Gretz of the Wildcats, digging it out. Goes back over. Perlberg trying to end it once again. And a lift called on the Wildcats.
Point awarded to Chippewa Falls, and it looks like they're giving the ball to Maddie the Magician Bauer to serve it over the net.
And that's going to be a point for the Cardinals.
Wow, and speaking of Maddie Bauer and her serves, she is 4th in the conference right now for aces. She is looking at 59 aces and then leading at the top of the conference for your all-time ace leaders. Number 1, Sophie Robinson with 73 aces on the season, and number 2, Paige Steinmetz with 67. So this Chippewa Falls squad is able to just come away with aces time after time.
As that kill attempt came off Hutzler's hands and back into the River Falls student section. 6-5 our score in favor of the Cardinals. Number 12 back to serve for the Wildcats, lean into the hands of Esslinger. Bauer, she's going to put it up there. And double hit called on Bauer as they tie it up here 6-6.
Intense set here. Number 12 behind the line again. Danny Lean serving it in for these River Falls Wildcats. Looking at this roster, 6 foot, yet another one of their 6-foot players. Just a tall, tall team.
As dug out there by the Wildcats, put on the outside for Gritz. It's stuffed by the Cardinals, but put back over. And she crossed the center line, digging it out. Kaylee not happy with that call once again.
The student section chanting, "There's a wall there," trying to get into the heads of the River Falls Wildcats team. Number 6 serving behind the line, Sammy the Riverboat.
She throws a knuckleball over into the Wildcats side. Grizz trying to throw it down and blocked by the Cardinal wall. That was Steinmetz and Murray throwing their hands up there. 8-6 in the birdcage.
Woo. Man, that wall is just proven to be unpenetrable tonight.
Perlberg back to serve into the hands of the Wildcats. Here tries a sneak attack, saved there by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Robinson. Throws one down, saved again by the Wildcats. Kayla's going to put up there for Grits on the outside. The sneak attack is going to work once again.
And again, you know, that sneak attack is something that's getting the Cardinals time and time again. They're expecting those big, powerful hits from those front 3 hitters on the River Falls side. And, you know, that element of surprise is really getting them.
As number 14, Peterson, sends it long for the Wildcats. 9-7 our score.
The Wildcats making a substitution. Number 2, Abby Bennett coming back on. Number 7 behind the line, the 4-year veteran, Ella Hutzler, serving it in for the Cardinals.
Hutzler throws a knuckleball, saved there by the Wildcats. And they're going to try to free ball it over, but saved there by Perlberg. Bauer's going to put it up for Steinmetz, and she hits the corner. Great spot by Steinmetz. She decided not to go cross court, but go line. And 10-7 is our score.
And the Cardinals are looking the best that they ever have. They are firing on all 12 cylinders tonight, and River Falls is going to have to step up their game to start competing a little more.
As Hutzler, she throws one long. 10-8 in favor of the Cardinals once again. Number 5, Morgan Cayley back to serve for the Wildcats. Dug out there by Steinmetz. Bowers going to put up on the inside, but dug out there by the Wildcats and stopped by the Cardinal wall. Hunt and Steinmetz throwing their hands up.
11-8, your High Cardinals. Number 9 going behind the line, Paige Steinmetz. That Velocity hitter serving it in for the Cardinals.
Steinmetz back to serve. Dug out in the back row by the Wildcats. Trying to end the run. That's going to hit the line. Great spot there by number 13, Maddie Derry of the Wildcats.
The Wildcats coming back, responding. Number 4 behind the line, serving for the Wildcats, Haley Gretz, letting the Cardinals know that this game is not over.
Gretz back to serve, the 6-foot senior, into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up there on the outside for Steinmetz. She's going to have to tap it over. He's going to put one on the outside, blocked there by the Cardinals. Put up there for Gretz on the back row, and Steinmetz tries to dig it, but can't reach it. 11-10, still in favor of the Cardinals.
You know, and respond the Wildcats did. Now making it a 1-point game. The River Falls are starting to step up that game and starting to really challenge and come at the Cardinals.
Gretz again back to serve. Dug out by Perlberg. Bauer's going to put one for Hunt, and she goes long. And the Wildcats tie it up here. 11-11 in the birdcage.
You know what they say about 11-11? Make a wish. Oh, that was terrible.
As Bauer tries the sneak attack, hits the net, saved there by the Wildcats. Pushed one over, saved by Steinmetz. Bauer's going to put it up for Robinson. And they go pinball, and that's going to drop.
Cardinals coming away with the point there, back on top of the leaderboard, 12-11. Number 18 behind the line, Sophie Robinson, first in the BRC conference for aces. Let's see if she can pull one off right now.
12-11 our score. Robinson back to serve. And she finds the net on her serve. 12-12, tied up. Number 2, Abby Bennett back to serve for the Wildcats. She pushes one over into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put up on the outside for Perlberg. Coming off the fingertips, saved by Abby. Goes one down, saved there by Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Perlberg. Tries to go cross court, saved again by Abby. Opponent on the backside, tapped one over, saved there. And Perlberg tries to get it, but it's going to come off her forearms and go out of bounds. Hunt trying to make the diving save, but just can't reach it as the Wildcats get a lead here in our third set. 12 to 13, or 13 to 12 in favor of the Wildcats. Dug out by Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Hunt. She taps one over, saved there by Bennett. Put on the outside. The sneak attack saved there, pushed over by Perlberg. Great save there by the Cardinals. Kaylee's going to put one on the outside, blocked there by the Cardinals. Put on the outside, and that's going to drop. Cardinals trying to block it there, and it's going to fall.
14 to 12, the River Falls Wildcats taking a 2-point lead on this set. Number 2 behind the line, Abby Bennett serving yet again for these Wildcats. Wildcats on a little bit of a run here. Let's see if they can continue it or if the Cards will break this run.
Bennett to serve into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put up on the outside for Perlberg, and that's going to find the corner. Bennett trying to dive and save it, but just can't reach it.
And Chippewa Falls making some substitutions. Number 18, Sophie Robinson coming in for number 4, Isabel Esslinger. And number 5, Adelaide the Lady Hoshin coming in for number 17, Maddie Hunt. And it looks like the lady's been trusted to serve the ace queen. Let's see if she can pick up another one tonight.
Adelaide Hoshin, the transfer from Regis, putting one over for the Cardinals. And that's going to fall. Another ace for Adelaide Hoshin tonight. That is the third one.
Man, you don't see that every day. 3 aces from one server. Wow.
Adelaide tries again. She goes deep. Here's going to put one there on the inside. Dug out by Adelaide. Bowers is going to put it up for Robinson, and she goes long. And the Wildcats are going to grab a point, 15 to 14.
Another substitution in by the Cardinals. Maddie Hunt coming out. Adelaide Hoshin coming out. And number 7, Ella Hutzler coming in. Number 13 behind the line for the Wildcats, Maddie Derry serving it over.
Bauer's going to put up on the outside for Perlberg. Saved there. Kaylee's going to put it on the outside. And dug out there by Steinmetz. Perlberg saves it. Bauer's going to have to free ball it over and in the hands of Bennett. Kaylee's going to put up there on the inside. The sneak attack saved there by Bauer. Hunt's going to put it there on the outside for Perlberg. Tapped over again, saved by the Wildcats. And Kaylee tries the sneak attack but goes low and finds the net.
Straight into the net there, 15 to 15, tied apiece. The student section chanting, "What was that?" to number 5, Morgan Keeley.
They got there by the Wildcats. Put up there the sneak attack, tries, and it comes off Bella Murray's fingertips, and it's going to drop.
Looks like the sneak attack worked this time, and now we're resulting with number 12, Danny Lean, serving behind the line for the Wildcats.
Lean to serve into the hands of Steinmetz. And that's going to come off her chest and drop, giving the Wildcats a 2-point lead here. And timeout by head coach Luke Heike as he takes a timeout.
And while we're in this timeout break, why don't we look at some of our stat leaders leading the conference. So, in hitting, number 1 in the conference, Morgan Keeley for River Falls. Number 2, Haley Gretz. Again, the 1-2 hitting combo for River Falls there leading the conference, but then not far behind them, Sammy Perlberg, Paige Steinmetz, and Sophie Robinson in 3, 4, 5 respectively. Now transitioning over to kills. Looking at leaders for kills in the top of the conference. Number 1, Sammy Perlberg with 308 kills on the season. Number 2, Sophie Robinson, not far behind her with 285. And number 5, Paige Steinmetz with 248 kills on the season.
We go down the list here to assists. You know, Maddie Bauer, one heck of a player for the Cardinals, throwing up 900 aces on the year with an 11 assist average per set. And right behind her is Morgan Keeley of the Wildcats with 709 on the season.
Transitioning back over into live play, number 12 behind the line, Danny Lean serving it in for the game.
Dug out there by Steinmetz, and that's going to go into the student section. Wildcats grab another point here, 18 to 15.
Cardinals in a little bit of a deficit here, 3 points. They got to do a lot of work to come up and come back with this.
Back to serve, dug out there by Esslinger. Bauer, she's going to put it up on the outside for Steinmetz. That's going to drop. She fixes her mistake there and grabs a point for the Cardinals.
Cardinals making a substitution. Number 4 coming off Isabel Esslinger. Number 18, Sophie Mrs. Robinson, the gal from Indiana, part of that big trio that has been just a powerhouse for this Cardinal team.
Perlberg to serve. He's going to put it up there into the back row. And that's going to come off Perlberg's forearms.
Looking into this set, Chippewa's been struggling to keep those bumps into the court, something they're going to have to work on if they want to take away this set. Number 1 behind the line, Kinsey Alvarez serving in for the Wildcats.
Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Steinmetz. The sneak attack goes out of bounds on the block.
2-point game, 19-17 Wildcats. Number 7 behind the line, Ella Hutzler, the 4-year veteran playing for this program since her freshman year. And she's been a valuable asset to this team for the past 4 years.
Back to serve. Dug out there by Rich, throws one down. It's going to be out, they say, past the line. That was a point there for the Wildcats as Bauer, she's going to put one there for Robinson. And that's going to come off the net's hands. Great power there by Steinmetz there on the outside. 20-18 in favor of the Wildcats. She's going to put there on the outside. The sneak attack saved there by Hunt. Bowers is going to put it up for Robinson on the outside. Saved there by the Wildcats. Put back on the outside. Dug out. Bauer tries the sneak attack. Not going to work. Put on the outside for the Wildcats. And nobody home for the Cardinals. The Wildcats are going to grab a point.
The score is now 18-21. A little bit of a scoreboard mishap on the live stream. Number 4 behind the line, Haley Gretz serving it in for the Cardinals.
Back to serve it in the hands of Hutzler. Steinmetz is going to put it up for Robinson. She slaps one over. But on the inside, the sneak attack is going to work once again for the Wildcats.
18-22, Cardinals trailing.
And the Cardinals are going to take a timeout, and we're going to take one as well. We'll be right back here live on Cardinal TV.
Coming back live into the birdcage here and looking at before we go back into live play, looking at our YouTube analytics, we have 150 viewers online right now, so thank you so much for tuning in. But again, only 7% of you are subscribed to our channel. So if you subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell and get informed of all of our upcoming games and events, you won't miss anything, and it will help out Cardinal TV tremendously.
Gretz back to serve and in the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up on the outside for Robinson. And it hits the antenna. And the Wildcats are going to grab a point here, 23-18.
5-point game. Cardinals have a lot of room to make up. Number 4 behind the line, Haley Gretz serving it in for the Wildcats.
Gretz again back to serve. Dug out there by Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Steinmetz in the back row. Dug out by Gretz. Kay's going to put out there on the outside. The sneak attack saved there by Robinson. Bauer's going to put it up for Hunt. She's going to have to tap it over. Kaylee's going to put it up there on the outside. Pushed over, saved by Steinmetz. Proberg's going to put it back over for Robinson, and she goes low and finds the net.
Set point for the Wildcats, 24-18. Wildcats hoping after this serve to take this set home.
Gretz back to serve. She puts one dug out there by Steinmetz. She's going to go back over. Kaylee puts one there, and Gretz is going to have to push it back over. Saved by Steinmetz. And that goes out, and the Wildcats are going to grab the third set.
And we're going to transition quick over to our ads who make this stream possible. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for tuning in live on Cardinal TV.
live back here in the birdcage. We got a student interview down with our very own Gabe Vargas with Brady Johnson. Gabe, what do you got down there?
All right, live down here on the floor of the birdcage, we have Brady Johnson and the little magician, Tanner Bauer. And so, what do you guys think we need to do as a student section to get behind our team?
I think when we're like down, we gotta when we're loud, we do really good and we start going on runs. But as soon as they go on a run, we kind of get quiet. I say if we keep it up, it can go back and forth either way.
And then Tanner, can you cheer on our Chi-Hi Cardinals for us? Will you be the one that'll get us to win this game?
Maybe.
All right, awesome. We're going to transition back to live action. Thank you so much for joining on Cardinal TV.
Thank you, Gabe. And thank you, Brady Johnson, for that great interview as the Wildcats grab our first point here in the fourth set. Bailey back to serving in the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put up there on the outside for Robinson. Dug out there in the back row by the Wildcats. And that's going to be out by the Wildcats. Cardinals grabbing a point there, 1-1. Ella Hutzler back to serve for the Cardinals. Tied up here in the birdcage, 1-1. And that goes in the net. Saved there, or dropped actually by the Wildcats. The Cardinals grab a point, 2-1.
You know, I'm going to be completely honest. I think Tanner Bauer is probably one of my favorite people ever. He is just the funniest little dude, and he has so much team spirit. You know, I can't wait till he comes up to the high school, and he'll be leading that student section someday.
As Hutzler goes long on her serve, 2-2 in the birdcage. Into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Hunt. Saved there by Gailey. Put on the outside. A block there by the Cardinals. That was number 13 trying to get the kill, Maddie Derry of the Wildcats.
3-2, Cardinals jumping on top of the leaderboard. Number 9, Paige Steinmetz behind the line, serving it in for the play for the Chi-Hi Cardinals.
3-2 our score. Steinmetz throws one into the hands of the Wildcats. The put one over, blocked there by the Cardinals. And they're at the free ball it over. Steinmetz saves it. Bauer is going to put it up on the outside for Robinson. Bauer trying to slap one home, saved there by the Wildcats. Tap one over, blocked by the Cardinal wall, and then Wildcats are going to get called for a lift. 4-2 our score in the birdcage.
Number 9 going back behind the line, Paige Steinmetz, entrusted to bring the ball back into play for the Cardinals.
Steinmetz throws one home. It's going to go long. Unbelievable save there by the Wildcats. Wasn't looking at the number. I don't know who that was, but they go long on the spike, and the Cardinals are going to grab the point. 5-2 our score. That was an unbelievable play by the Wildcats there.
Wow, great save.
Diving into the bench and putting it over the net. Steinmetz back to serve again into the hands of the Wildcats. Kidder's going to put up there on the inside. Saved there by Steinmetz. Bauer's going to put it up on the outside for Robinson. And it's going to be out. And the Wildcats are going to grab a point.
5-3, Cardinals in the lead, but Wildcats trailing only 2 points behind. Number 2, Abby Bennett, trusted with the ball to serve this ball back into play.
Bennett back to serve. Into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer is going to put it up for Hunt on the inside. Saved there by the Wildcats. Put on the outside through the Cardinal wall, through Hutzler, back over the net. He's going to put it there on the inside. Blocked alone there by Maddie Hunt. Tap back over, saved there by Hunt. Robinson's going to put it up. Bauer's going to have to put it back over into the hands of Bennett. He's going to put it there on the inside, and that's going to drop. Number 14, Taylor Peterson of the Wildcats. Throwing it down there, narrowing the lead, 5-4.
Abby Bennett back behind the line again, trusted to serve the ball back into the play for your Wildcats.
Into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put up there on the outside for Robinson. And that's going to come off the Wildcat wall and drop.
6-4 Cardinals. Number 18 behind the line who just got that kill over the net, Sophie Robinson, the gal from Indiana, trusted to serve the ball back into play here.
Robinson again back to serve. 6-4 our score. There by Gritz. Kayla's going to put it up there in the back. She's going to have to slap one over into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up there on the outside. And a double hit called on Bauer.
The Cardinals are making a substitution. Number 4, Isabel Esslinger, coming in for number 18, Sophie, the gal from Indiana Robinson.
Number 13 back to serve for the Wildcats. Dug out there by Hutzler. Bauer chases it down, puts it on the outside for Perlberg. He's going to put it there on the inside, and Esslinger can't reach it, and they tie it up here 6-6.
Number 13 behind the line serving for your Wildcats, Maddie Derry. Student section getting behind their Cardinals.
Saved there by Esslinger. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Steinmetz, and that's going to drop. Great spot there by Steinmetz, and she ends the Wildcat run 7-6 in favor of the Cardinals.
Making a quick few substitutions here on both sides.
Adelaide Hoshin back to serve for the Cardinals. 7-6 our score in the birdcage. She lofts the high one over into the hands of the Wildcats. Kayla's going to put one there on the outside. The sneak attack. And point for the Cardinals as
double hit called on the Wildcats. Number 5 behind the line, Adelaide the Lady Hoshin serving it in for the Cardinals.
8-6 our score. She goes long. Saved there by the Wildcats. Put on the outside. Tipped, saved by Hoshin. Bauer, she's going to put on the outside for Perlberg. And she puts one over. Robinson trying to end the run. Saved again by the Wildcats. Kay's going to put one there on the outside. Hoshin tries to get it, and Bella Murray can't dig it out. Great dig there by Adelaide, though.
Wow.
Trying to go back-to-back, but it's just not going to work.
Great effort by the Cardinals there, but they just couldn't come away with anything. Number 12 behind the line now to serve for the Wildcats, Danny Lean.
Lean back to serve. Tips the net and is going to drop. Little bounce of luck there for the Wildcats. Into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up there for Robinson. Put back one over. Robinson's going to put it up for Bauer. Bauer's going to put it on the outside for Perlberg. Tries to go around, saved there by the Wildcats. She's got to put one over, saved there by Perlberg. Bauer tries a sneak attack, saved there. And Kaylee goes sneak attack, and she's going to find the hole. 9-8 in favor of the Wildcats.
For the first time in the third set, Wildcats are on top of the leaderboard. Number 12 behind the line, Danny Lean serving the ball in for the Wildcats.
Into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Perlberg on the outside. He's going to put it there on the outside. Saved there by Robinson. Bauer's going to put it up for Robinson on the outside, and that's going to come off. Number 12, Lean into the stands.
Robinson ending that run there, hitting it over the net, and now number 10 behind the line, Maddie Bauer taking the serve.
And, Gabe, we got to give a shout-out here to the man to our right here, Mr. Owen Christa. You know, without him, you know, none of this is possible. You know, You guys at home hear me and Gabe, but you don't see the behind-the-scenes with the guy with the computer over there. And we just want to give him a shout-out for a great job that he's done with his volleyball season.
Right. I mean, let me tell you, he is live on 2 monitors. He's got our live stream on one, and he's got Photoshop on another, and he's Photoshopping live stats in. He's running the scoreboard. He's doing everything. He was vital to this operation, and without him, our live stream could not work.
As number 1, Kinsley Eberos gets an ace for herself tonight. (11-9) our score in the birdcage. Kinsley again back to serve for the Wildcats. She puts one over into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up on the outside for Steinmetz. Saved there by the Wildcats. Put on the outside. And that comes off Bauer's hands. And the Wildcats are going to grab a point. 12-9 is our score.
3-point lead still early in the set. Anything can happen. Alvarez behind the line to serve in for the Wildcats.
Into the hands as Bauer sets it up for Perlberg. Tries to tap it over. That's going to drop. The sneak attack working for Perlberg there.
12-10. Your Wildcats in the driver's seat right now. 2-point game, though. Number 6 behind the lines, Sammy Riverboat Perlberg.
Back to serve. 12-10 our score in favor of the Wildcats, and she finds the net on her serve.
Number 5 behind the line for the Wildcats, Morgan Cayley serving it in.
Bowers puts it up, and a carry there by Bauer. Not happy with that call.
The River Falls student section chanting, "You can't do that."
Kaylee again back to serve. And she tries to find the hole, but it's going to hit the net.
3-point game here between the Cardinals and Wildcats. The veteran going behind the line, Ella Hutzler, looking to serve this ball in. Both student sections active in the game.
As Hutzler puts one over into the hands of the Wildcats. He's going to put it there on the inside, and that hits the line. (15-11) in favor of the Wildcats.
Number 4 behind the line, Haley Gretz. Looking to serve it in for this Wildcat squad. 4-point game, Wildcats 15, your Chi-High Cardinals 11.
Again, Gretz back to serve. Into the hands of Perlberg. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Hunt on the inside. Saved there by the Wildcats. Trying to grab the point, saved there by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Robinson. Again, saved there by Bennett. He's going to put it there on the outside. Dig there by Hutzler. It's time she ends the volley, 15-12 in favor of the Wildcats.
You know, that point solely responsible for Hutzler on that dig. That was a pretty impressive dig there.
As 15-12 our score, Steinmetz back to serve. And that's going to come off number 2, Addie Bennett's hands. 15-13, still in favor of the Wildcats.
Student section member Bo Snyder handing it off to Ella, who in turn is handing it back to Paige Steinmetz, who's been entrusted to serve that ball back into play.
Steinmetz again back to serve into the hands of the Wildcats. And that's going to go up too close to the net for Kaylee, and she can't retrieve it.
1-point game separating the Cardinals and Wildcats. It's getting to be a nail-biter here towards the middle of the set.
Steinmetz again back to serve, and she's going to grab another ace.
And it's all tied up, folks, 15-15. The student section getting wild, the atmosphere electric.
As the Wildcats call a timeout, trying to regroup. Tied up here, 15-15 in the birdcage. They take a timeout. We're going to take one as well. We'll be back here live on Cardinal TV.
Welcome back live to the birdcage. We're transitioning right back into live play. Ball on the Cardinal side. Paige Simons entrusted to serve it over, 15-15 apiece.
Steinmetz again back to serve. She throws one way long on her serve. The timeout got her off her rhythm. And 16-15 in favor of the Wildcats once again.
Number 2 behind the line for the Wildcats, Abby Bennett. Trusted to serve this ball over the net.
Bennett back to serve, and in the hands of Hutzler. Bauer tries to reach for it, and she can't get it in time.
Going back over to the Wildcats side, 17-15, Wildcats in the lead.
That back to serve, and in the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up back for Steinmetz in the back row, and that's going to drop. I didn't even add, that is like the 5th time that that's happened tonight, watching those balls drop right in front of her in that corner.
Number 18 behind the line, Sophie Robinson, serving it in for the Cardinals.
Again, Robinson back to serve. 17-16 our score in the birdcage. Goes up to the net, and Kaylee can't reach it once again.
Tied again, 17-17 apiece. Ball going back to number 18, Sophie Robinson, who's been entrusted to serve that ball back into play.
Robinson again, she's back to serve. Kaylee's going to put it up, trying to end the run. Dug out there by Hutzler. Bauer's going to put it up for Robinson. Goes up into the rafters. Kaylee saves it. They got to free ball it over back into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Perlberg. Saved there by Bennett. Robinson's going to put it up. Bauer's going to put it up for Hunt, trying to end the run, but stuffed there, saved. Perlberg's going to put it up for Perlberg, put back over. Trying to end the volley, but it goes long! And Steinmetz didn't touch it. And the Cardinals, they grab the lead back, 18-17 here in the 4th set.
Cardinals on a little bit of a run here. Student section getting behind them. Let's see what Sophie Robinson can do here.
Robinson back to serve. Into the hands. Back there, put over, and it hits the antenna. That's going to be out. Cardinals 19 and the Wildcats 17 here in the birdcage. This 4th set coming down to the wire. Both the team seasons on the line. Robinson to serve, into the hands of the Wildcats. Kaylee's going to put it back into play. Saved there by Hutzler. Bauer's going to put it up. And that's going to be a point for the Cardinals. Violation by the Wildcats.
A lot of confusion.
And Kaylee again pleading her case once again to the ref.
Heike and Coach Keeley talking back and forth, joking around down there. The officials deliberating.
We obviously don't want to see another yellow card come out of the referee's pocket tonight.
You know, I think I'm just as confused as everybody else in this gym. You know?
I mean,
I'm not sure what that was.
I don't know what the call was either. And they're going to have to replay the point.
My bad by the official, realizing his mistake there, replaying the point, 19-17.
As Robinson gets the signal from the referee. And she's going to put it over, 19-17 here in the birdcage. Dug out in the back row by the Wildcats. Put up there in the front, and Steinmetz can't get to it. The Wildcats grab a point there.
Substitution being made on the Cardinals. Number 4, Isabel Essinger coming on in. Number 13 behind the line for the Wildcats, serving Maddie Derry.
Back to serve into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer chases it down, saves it, and Hunt puts it back over. He tries the sneak attack, and it goes out.
20-18, the Cardinals. A lot of back and forth here, getting pretty tense. Looks like number 5, Adelaide the Lady Hoshin, the ace queens coming in to take the serve here.
Hoshin again back to serve. 20-18 our score in the birdcage. Puts one over. Kaylee's going to put it up there. And that's going to go out. And another miscommunication by the referees. This is going to be a big point here. Whichever way it goes, the gym's going to go nuts either way. After this deliberation by the referees.
Student section trying to get a say on the call as well. See Jay Skoda.
They'll do anything over there to get a point for us.
Right.
And it's going to be a point for River Falls. I'm going to call a net violation.
20-19. Cardinals with a 1-point lead. Anything can happen. Getting to become a nail biter towards the end of the set here.
Number 12 back to serve, Danny Lean for the Wildcats. Dug out there by Hutzler Bauer. She's going to put it up for Robinson. And she finds the lane once again. Robinson, the big three, really just throwing it down here tonight, Gabe.
Man, oh man, and let me tell you, the crowd is on their feet. They are ready and raring to go. 21-19, your Cardinals. Maddie Bauer entrusted with the ball, serving it back into play.
Good, and that's going to come off number 13, Gary's hands. The Cardinals, 22-19 is your score. And the Wildcats are going to have a timeout here. And they take one. We're going to take one as well. We'll be right back here live on Cardinal TV. Don't go anywhere.
Coming back live into the birdcage. So looking at our viewing analytics right now, we have 200 of you guys watching our live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means the world to us, but what doesn't mean the world to us is that only 7% of you guys are subscribed. You guys got to subscribe, hit that notification bell. As soon as we get the scoop, we will keep you in the loop. Number 10 behind the line, Maddie Bauer, going in to serve for the Cardinals.
She gets the signal again. Bauer back to serve for the Cardinals. She tosses one over, and that goes long. The Wildcats going to grab a point here, 22-20, again in favor of the Cardinals. Cardinals really needing this set to keep their season alive.
Number 1, Kinsley Alvarez going behind the line to take this serve. 22-20 Cardinals. This is getting to become a nail biter here.
Into the hands of Esslinger. Bauer, she's going to set it up there on the outside for Steinmetz. She taps it over. Saved there. Sneak attack doesn't work. Saved there by Perlberg. Bauer's going to put it up for Perlberg on the outside. Comes off the fingertips. Dug out there by number 12. Put on the outside for number 6. Dug out there by Esslinger. Bauer's going to put it on the outside for Robinson, trying to end the point. Dug out there again by the sneak attack. Saved there by Hutzler. And Bella Murray can't get to it. Wildcats grab a point. 22-21 is our score.
Wildcats on a bit of a run here, 1-point deficit. Student section getting loud.
Again, back to serve, into the hands of Esslinger. Bauer, she's going to set it up there on the outside for Steinmetz. Goes long, but saved there. Nice stop by Steinmetz. The sneak attack saved by Bauer, and it's going to go long. And the Wildcats tie it up here, 22-22.
Getting to become a nail biter, folks. Towards the end of the set here, we're all tied up. Only 3 more points to go.
Cardinals facing the end of their season. If they don't grab it here, Esslinger puts it up. Bauer, she's going to put it on the outside for Perlberg. Taps it over. It's saved there by the Wildcats as they put it over. Dug out there by Murray. Put on the outside for Perlberg. And she finds the lane and grabs a point for the Cardinals. 23-22 is our score.
Heart is erasing. River Falls making some substitutions. Number 6 behind the line, Sammy DeRiverbow Perlberg, entrusted to serve this ball back into play for the Cardinals.
Perlberg again back to serve. Dug out there by the Wildcats. Saved up there. Gonna put it back over. Blocked there by the Cardinals, but great recovery by the Wildcats as Robinson throws one down the line. It gets a set point here for the Cardinals.
24-22, your Chi-High Cardinals. This is a set point. We could be going into a 5th set here, folks.
Cardinals season on the line with a set point here, 24-22 in the birdcage. Perlberg back to serve for the Cardinals. She throws one over, dug out there by the Wildcats. Put on the outside. Number 6 tries to snap it over. That's going to drop on the line, and the Cardinals grab our 4th set here, 25-22.
We're going to 5, folks. We're going to 5. Oh, my goodness gracious, pudding and pie. Oh, wow. We're going to
take a Cardinal bird's eye replay there by the Wildcats. Put on the outside. Number 6 tries to snap it over. Let's get it just on the line of the Cardinals.
All right. Well, oh my goodness gracious, putting in play. What was, man.
As we force a 5th set here in the birdcage.
I'm at a loss for words. And so we're going to transition over to our ad people that make it possible. Thank you so much for tuning in live on Cardinal TV. Don't go anywhere.
Coming back live here in the birdcage, you see our very own Gabe Vargas doing the Cardinal coaster with our student section. As we are in 5th set volleyball here tonight. One of these teams is going to go and play in the state tournament. As the Wildcats grab the first point here, 1-0. As in the 5th set here in high school, we played to 15. So it'll be the first of 15 tonight as Proberg puts it up. Bauer, she's going to put on the outside for Robinson. Blocked there by the Wildcats. 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats once again.
Number 5 behind the line, serving for the Wildcats, Morgan Cayley.
She puts it over and in the hands of Robinson. Bauer, she's going to put on the outside for Steinmetz. Trying to throw one down. Cayley puts one up into the rafters. Saved there by Abby. Throwing down, blocked there by the Cardinals. Put on the outside for number 6. Blocked again by the Cardinals. But again, they're going to try it one more time. Pushed over. Saved by Perlberg. Bauer's going to put on the outside for Steinmetz. Pushed over. Saved. Throws one down. Saved there by Robinson. Big volley here as she pushes one over. Saved there by the Wildcats. Cayley's going to put one there on the outside. As Bauer, she saves it. She's going to put it there on the outside for Steinmetz. Trying to end the point, and she does. Throwing one down. 2-1 our score.
This is a 1-point game. This is the game to go to state. Both teams' seasons are on the line right now. Man, couldn't be better than this.
As Husser throws one over. It's dug out there in the back row by the Wildcats. Put up there for number 6. And that hit the line. Bryn Johnson throwing one down for the Wildcats. Number 4, Morgan Cayley back to serve for the Wildcats. Just went over into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer chases it down, puts it on the outside for Steinmetz. She throws him down for Cayley. And that's going to hit the net and going to be out.
Resulting in a Cardinal point there. 2-3, Wildcats still in the lead. Remember, folks, this is a 15-point set. Stakes could not be higher.
Steinmetz again back to serve. 3-2 our score, and that's going to go long. Cardinals grab, or the Wildcats grab a point there, 4-2. Abby Bennett back to serve for the Wildcats. Dug out there by Steinmetz, and that's going to go into the scorer's table. Ace there for Abby.
2-5 Wildcats. Got some momentum here. Will Cardinals be able to break up this run?
Hutzler's going to put it up. Bauer chases it down, puts it up for Robinson. They're at the free ball it over. Great athletic play there by Bauer. She puts it up. And number 14, Taylor Peterson, throws one down. And the Cardinals are going to call a timeout here. 6-2 our score in the birdcage. Don't go away. We'll be right back here on Cardinal TV.
Welcome back to the birdcage. Coming right back into live play. Ball on the River Falls Wildcat side. Number 2, Abby Bennett serving it over for the Wildcats.
Cardinals looking to end the Wildcats' run here. Dug out there by Hutzler, goes back over the net. He's going to put it on the outside. And that's going to come off the Cardinal wall and drop. 7-2 in favor of the Wildcats.
Number 2 behind the line again to serve for the Wildcats.
Dug out there by Hutzler. Bauer, she's going to set it up for Robinson on the outside. Trying to throw it down. Kayla's going to put it back on the outside for number 13 off the fingertips into Perlberg. Robinson on the outside trying to end it down. And it hits the antenna.
6-point deficit for the Cardinals.
Again, Abby Bennett back to serve. Into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to put it up for Hunt on the inside, trying to end the run. Comes off the fingertips of the Wildcats. She's going to set up there on the outside, and that's going to go long. And the Cardinals finally break the Wildcat run.
5-point deficit here. 8-3, your Wildcats in the driver's seat currently. Number 18, Sophie Robinson behind the line, serving it in for the Cardinals.
Robinson looking for a little magic here in the birdcage tonight. Dug out there in the back row by the Wildcats. Put up there 13, and that's going to hit the line.
3-9, your Wildcats are in the driver's seat right now. Number 4 coming on to the court, Isabel Esslinger. A quick substitution there by Chippewa Falls.
Number 13, Maddie Derry back to serve for the Wildcats. Into the hands of Hutzler. Esslinger's going to put it up for Perlberg there on the outside. Taps it over into the hands of Gritz. Kayla's going to put it on the outside. And that's going to drop coming off the wall of the Cardinals. And they grab a point.
4-9, keeping this game alive. Substitution for Chippewa Falls. Number 18, Sophie Robinson coming on. And number 5 behind the line, the lady, you know her, Adelaide Hoshin.
9-4 our score. Dug out in the back row by the Wildcats. She's going to put it on the outside into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer, she's going to set it up for Perlberg. Trying to throw one down. Back over the net. As Perlberg taps it back over. He's going to put it there on the inside. And that is out. And number 14 throws it long. Peterson. The Cardinals grab a point here. 9-5 our score.
A real nail biter here in the 5th set.
Adelaide pushes it back over into the hands of the Wildcats. He tries to sneak attack. Dug there, put back down, and Adelaide can't get to it.
Quick substitutions here for the Cardinals. 10-5, your Wildcats in the lead, 5 points away from a victory. Cardinals have a little bit of a hole to dig themselves out of here.
Danny Lean back to serve. Into the hands of Steinmetz. Bauer chases it down, puts it for Robinson in the back row, trying to throw it down. And that's going to come off number 12, Lean's hands, over into the student section.
10-6, your score right now. Behind the line, the magician, number 10, Maddie Bauer, entrusted to serve the ball in for the Cardinals.
Again, Bauer back to serve. She throws it into the hands of number 13. Kelly, she's going to put it there on the outside. Gretsch into the hands of Hutzler. Bauer, she sets it up there on the outside for Steinmetz, trying to go long, and that finds the corner. Great job by Steinmetz.
10-7, Cardinals closing that gap a little bit. Back behind the line again to serve Maddie the Magician Bauer, and it looks like the River Falls Wildcats are taking a timeout, and we will too. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick ad break. Thank you so much for joining us live on Cardinal TV.
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, a bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, a bird, bird, bird. Well, the bird is a winner. Well, a bird, bird. The bird's a winner. Well, don't you know about the bird? Well, everybody knows that the bird is a winner. Well, a bird. Everybody's heard about the bird.
Live back here in the birdcage. We got a thrilling here in the 5th set. Bauer back to serve, 10-7 our score. Doggone in the back row by the Wildcats. Put up, Chris tries a sneak attack and it doesn't go over the net.
10-8, Wildcats still in the lead. Cardinals coming up on them. The Magician back again behind the line to serve it in for the Cardinals.
Bauer again back to serve, 10-8 our score. Looked like she might have been long, but touched up by the Wildcats. Put up there for Steinmetz, and she goes long. 11-8 our score.
Substitution for River Falls, number 14, Taylor Peterson coming off, and number 1, Kinsley Alvarez coming in to serve in for the Wildcats.
Alvarez back to serve. Into the hands. And Esslinger throws it too close to the net. 12-8 our score as the Cardinals will take their final timeout here. 12-8. Again, the winner of this, it will be going to the state tournament.
Their seasons are on the line here. 3 points away for the Wildcats. 7 points away for the Cardinals. It's a nail biter. It's going to come down to the nitty-gritty.
Both the teams really showing off the effort tonight. Wildcats coming into their first, I believe their first game ever of the season in a 5th set.
Both teams have been putting their hearts out on the court. You know, whoever wins this is fully deserving of going to state.
As number 1 again, Kinsley Alvarez back to serve for the Wildcats. And she goes long on her serve. 12-9 is our score.
Substitutions in on both sides. Number 6 behind the line, Sammy the Riverboat Perlberg serving in for the Cards.
Again, Perlberg back to serve. 12-9 our score, and she finds the net on her serve. Wildcats 2 points away
from their victory.
Back to serve, dug out there by Robinson. Backs up, puts up for Steinmetz. She taps it over, and that's going to drop for Steinmetz.
Closing a point gap on the lead by the Wildcats there. Number 7 behind the line, Ella Hutzler serving it in for the Cardinals.
He serves it dug out there by the Wildcats. Put up there, number 13. And that finds the line. Wildcats here on a set point in the birdcage.
The season is on the line right now. Number 4 behind line, Haley Gretz serving it in for the Wildcats.
She puts an over dugout there by Steinmetz. Bauer chases it down, puts it for Robinson on the outside. She goes, puts it back over the net. Bauer's going to put it up for Steinmetz on the outside, trying to go long. Saved there again by the Wildcats. And she finds the net on her attempt there.
11-14 is the score.
Steinmetz entrusted to serve out here. And the Wildcats are going to take a timeout here. Don't go away. We'll be live back here on Cardinal TV. Come back live here in the Birdcage. Wildcats 1 point away from the state tournament. Cardinals 4 points away as Steinmetz, she puts one over. It's going to drive, and that's going to go into the student section. She gets an ace.
14-12 is the score. Still a lot to work to do. The Cardinals are just holding on by 1 more point.
1 point at a time for the Cardinals. She puts one over. It's going to drop, goes up to the net, puts on the outside, trying to end the run, and that's going to drop! And the River Falls Wildcats will be going to the state tournament.
Congratulations to River Falls on that nail-biter. What a performance by both teams. River Falls going back to the state championship yet again. What a phenomenal showing by both teams tonight. You got to give it up for both of them.
And we're going to step away real quick. We'll be back here live on Cardinal TV. We come back live here in the Birdcage. The presentation for the Cardinals. We'll listen here down at the scores table.
sectional champions, River Falls Wildcats. When you hear your name, please step forward to accept your medal. Kinsley Alvarez. Abby Bannon. Brianna Brocco. Haley Brett. Morgan Haley. Bryn Johnson. Hannah Jaraki. Olivia Redmond. Maddie Range. Becca Randleman. Danny Lean. Maddie Derry. Taylor Peterson. Will Coach Sarah Haley please step forward to accept your sectional championship plaque? Congratulations. Let's give both teams another round of applause for their exceptional season. Thank you all for coming, and please drive home safely.
As you're just tuning in here, the Cardinals are going to fall tonight, and River Falls are going to be moving on to the sectional, or the state tournament, actually. And close 5-setter.
Yeah. What a great, hard-fought game by both sides. You know, not what Chippewa was looking for, but we got to give our hands a round of applause to River Falls. They're a phenomenal team. I hope to see them go far in the state tournament. And, you know, deflating for the Cardinals, but again, we got to congratulate those Wildcats on making it into the state tournament.
A great season for both the Cardinals and the Wildcats, as, again, we give them good luck to their run in the state championship title.
And yeah, you know, and here's the thing. As fall sports come to a close, we got to remember that this is good night and not goodbye. We do have our winter sports season coming up. We have men's and women's basketball, figure skating, gymnastics, men's hockey, which is hoping to make another state run this year, women's hockey, who just came off of a state championship, looking to make another state run back-to-back years, men's swimming and wrestling, all stellar and phenomenal programs. You know, I'm really looking forward to calling those games with you.
Exactly, those basketball games and the hockey games would be great, great time to call. So
yeah, well, that about wraps up our coverage live here from the Birdcage tonight. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future games so you are always kept in the loop. I'm Gabe Vargas.
I'm Landon Teese, and thanks for tuning in with us on this volleyball season.
Peace and love.